Welcome back. Today we are tackling one of the most common questions in backend development. Should you use a REST API or GraphQL? Both are powerful ways to fetch data for your applications, but they work quite differently. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which one fits your project best. First, let's quickly review what an API is. API stands for Application Programming Interface. It is essentially a messenger that allows two different software programs to talk to each other. For example, when your mobile app needs user data, it sends a request to a server. The API takes that request, talks to the database, and brings the response back to your app. So, what is REST? REST stands for Representational State Transfer. It has been the standard way of building web APIs for a long time. REST is organized around resources, like users or posts. Each resource has a unique URL, also called an endpoint. You use standard HTTP methods like GET to retrieve data, POST to create data, and DELETE to remove it. REST is popular for a reason. It is simple, easy to understand, and uses standard web codes like 404 for not found. Browsers can also cache REST requests easily, making things faster. However, it has downsides. The biggest issues are overfetching, where you get too much data, and underfetching, where you don't get enough and have to make multiple requests. Now let's look at the challenger, GraphQL. Developed by Facebook, GraphQL is a query language for APIs. Unlike REST, which has many endpoints, GraphQL typically has just one. It is client-driven, meaning the front-end application asks for exactly the data it needs and nothing more. It also uses a strongly typed schema, which acts like a contract between the client and server. GraphQL solves the main problems of REST. There is no overfetching or underfetching because you specify exactly what you want. You can also get multiple different resources, like a user and their posts, in a single request. The downsides: it is more complex to set up, has a steeper learning curve, and standard HTTP caching does not work as easily out of the box. Let's visualize the difference in data fetching. With REST, if you need a user, their posts, and the comments on those posts, you might have to make 3 separate trips to the server. This is called the waterfall effect. With GraphQL, you send one single query describing the nested structure you want, and the server returns everything in one shot. Versioning is another big difference. In REST, if you change your data structure, you often create a new version of the API, like V1 and V2, which can be messy. In GraphQL, you simply add new fields to your schema and mark old ones as deprecated. This allows your API to evolve smoothly without breaking existing applications. So, when should you stick with REST? Use REST if you need simple caching, or if you are building a public API where you want developers to easily understand the URL structure. It is also great for simple applications or microservices that deal with straightforward data and don't require complex relationships. On the other hand, choose GraphQL if you are building an application with complex, nested data, like a social network or a dashboard. It is excellent for mobile apps where bandwidth is limited, as it reduces data usage. It is also perfect if your front-end changes frequently, as developers can change queries without needing back-end adjustments. To summarize, REST uses fixed endpoints and is great for simplicity and caching. GraphQL uses a single endpoint with a flexible query language, making it efficient for complex data needs. Neither is strictly better than the other. The right choice depends entirely on the specific requirements of your project. Thanks for watching.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.